I guess that you probably remember yourself as being a really kind, really lovely, amazing person. And you know what? You are. But, you know, narcissists have this knack of ruining even the most genuine, nicest people on this planet. Like, you know that this isn't you. Yeah, they just ruin people. If you resonate with this is what I'm talking about in the video. Hello my friends and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we're talking about how you get ruined by them. And at the time, you probably don't even notice, or you probably don't even think it's happening. And by the time you do notice, it's actually too late. But I'm going to look at the certain aspects, okay, where it does affect you and how it does affect you. So look, if someone is going through this, like I would say, forward this video to them. Or if you find these symptoms within you and you feel like this is happening for you, this video is going to be a great indicator to help you to understand what really is going on and why you possibly are behaving in this way. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just to understand that narcissists will ruin people. The most genuine, kindest people will behave in a way that isn't them. And there's a term for this. It's called reactive abuse. So you'll behave in a way where you do not even recognize yourself, and you probably wouldn't behave in this way given another set of circumstances or given the fact that this person wouldn't be in your life. But ultimately, I really hope this video helps to try and kind of like get you to realize that it's not actually you. And I know that's a cliche, isn't it, really? It's not actually you. Well, this is what we'll talk about in the video. But my friends, before we get into the video, I just want to mention that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. If you have any questions or there's something that's on your mind, please come on over to the live stream because I will be answering your question. And also there's an amazing community of people that come along every single week. And I'm really grateful to you guys. But yeah, if you've got something on your mind, come on over. We'll be answering your question. I'd love to see you there. All right, and that's a strong statement to say that narcissists will ruin even the most genuine people, even the most loveliest people. The narcissist will try to damage and ruin. Because if you think about it, taking this kind of treatment or this behavior from a narcissist, okay, you're going to lose your cool. Like, I can't even say you need patience of a saint. Even a saint will lose their cool. So please don't look at it like you could have or should have, would have done better. I think you'd already done better and beyond. You've done enough, but these individuals, they just chip away at you over and over and over again. And you do lose your patience. And that's not because you're a bad person and because you needed more patience. Oh no. They do it in a particular way that really gets under your skin, in an ability to not be able to handle this. So the first thing that they do is they erode your self-worth. Believe it or not, you probably do believe it, like, you know, they undermine your confidence and your self-esteem through constant criticism, devaluing you, and manipulation. So let's look at that. Criticism, devaluation, and manipulation. That's enough to like tip someone over the edge. So if someone's criticizing you 24/7, all right, let's just say the amount of time that they are awake and you're awake, there's only so much you can take. Like, I mean, if I was to be criticized all the time, it takes, do you know what? Like, it takes your energy away. When something is being repeated, you then start to believe it. You then question your own worth and abilities. If someone is constantly hammering at you every day or every time you see them, you then start to believe that perhaps maybe is there something wrong with you? And that's where the manipulation, the devaluation comes in. The gaslighting, okay? Let's just look at that, where someone's trying to change your perception of reality. That to me is the most weirdest thing. Like, why would someone want to do that? Change your perception of reality? Why are you doing that? That on its own is enough to break your psyche down. Look, we're resilient. Like, don't get me wrong, we're resilient. But there comes a limit. And when someone is constantly at you like this, it's going to have an effect. So it's going to erode your self-worth and your self-esteem, because you're going to start believing this. Not that you want to, but because it's repeated to you all the time, you're going to start to believe it. And let's talk about manipulation and gaslighting. I feel like this needs a whole video on its own. You know, someone's altering the way that you see things, your perception of reality. That's abuse. That is psychological abuse. And then you've got to think to yourself, why is that person doing that? Like, why are you doing that? And that's all based upon the principle of control. They want to control you, but also this treatment that they're giving to you, this has been done to them over and over. So they have become programmed to think like this, to be like this. And they're not going to change, because this is how they know how to be. This comes from a fragile sense of self. So what they're essentially doing is they are projecting that onto you. They're saying you're the issue. They're saying you're the problem. It's not the case. It's not you. This leads to emotional drainage, where your emotional energy, your verve for life, this is affected. You don't feel like doing anything. You feel exhausted, anxious, overwhelmed all the time. How can you function? You're hypervigilant. You're super anxious because you're worried about, like, if you say or do something wrong, it's going to affect them in the wrong way. You, like, literally the most happiest person on this earth, being with a narcissist is going to lead them to emotional ruin. And you're struggling to maintain your sense of self because you've always got this niggling feeling like, perhaps maybe this person's right, or maybe what they said, like, maybe I need to change. So then this leads to overthinking. So when you're overthinking, you become drained. You do become drained because you're trying to work this out within your mind. Is this person right? Do I really make this person so unhappy? And that is the issue. One of the major aspects that happens in this is that there is a loss of identity. It's almost like you forget who you are. You become so drained that you don't know who you are anymore. Your energy is gone. Your life force energy, your verve for life has gone because it has been taken from you. It's almost like the life has been sucked out of you. And you find it so challenging to be able to cope with things, to be able to understand things in a way that you did before. Your identity of who you are. You might not even look the same. You might even look in the mirror and you think, this is a shell of my former self. This isn't how I look like. You don't feel like you have any energy to want to better yourself, to work on yourself, to look good. You just want to hide because it's like all that energy has been taken from you. You lose touch of who you are. And I feel like that's one of the saddest things in this whole entire journey, in this whole entire experience. And even after, when the narcissist leaves, it leaves you with these emotional scars where you feel like you don't know who you are. You feel like this isn't you. There's also the aspect of guilt and self-blame. So you feel guilty for being a bad person. I mean, the narcissist has said it to you how many times? So, you know, there's an aspect of it that you're going to start believing it because they often shift the blame onto someone else, causing genuine people to feel guilty and want to better this in some way. You feel responsible for the problems in the relationship and you feel like you are the one that has to fix this because you feel that you take on all of the blame and all of the responsibility to want to better this relationship, to make it all right. Because look, you're the one that is suffering the most here because it's challenging for you, because you're the one that feels bad, because the narcissist has said it's you. The narcissist has said that it's all your fault. So you feel bad within yourself. So you're the one that takes on the blame to want to fix this relationship. And then you develop trust issues. Oh yes, then you develop trust issues because of the constant gaslighting, the constant emotional manipulation, the blame. It's all on you. So you then think that you're the one that has to change this. You have to change yourself, because this is the reason why the relationship isn't working. It's you. And the narcissist will make you believe that. So then you start to distrust yourself. And this is why I always say, my friends, that journey back to you, you've got to trust you. You've got to come home to you. First of all, you've got to get to know yourself. Because that's what the narcissist does. They take away the very essence of you. So in order for you to get back to yourself, to heal from this, is for you to start to relearn who you are, what matters to you. Your identity is crucial here, because once you know that, you can then learn to trust yourself again. It's you that ultimately has to learn to trust yourself, not others. It's you. When you trust yourself, you know that another person is not going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes again. And that's where you develop strong boundaries. You're able to protect yourself. And ultimately, that's what it is. You can get past this. If this is something that you are going through or experiencing, please know that you are going to get through this, because you can trust yourself again. It's not others that you need to trust. It's you. They isolate you. They take away your access to people who really care about you, who love you. And that's because they don't want other people to know what they are like, to know what the narcissist is like. So they will take away the very people that matter to you. They isolate you, because this is where they want you to not get the help, for you not to escape from them. This is the trap. And I talk about this quite a lot in the lives and in the videos. This is the trap, that they keep you contained in this bubble, in this manipulation, in this gaslighting, that they are right. And they want you to believe that. They want you to believe that they are right and that you are wrong and that you cannot escape. You can't leave. And this is what we keep thinking. This is why we stay in these dynamics for longer than we should. But that's ultimately what's going on here. And over time, you become desensitized to this toxic behavior. It almost becomes the norm in everyday life for you. You normalize toxicity and don't see it as an issue. You might even start to, when this gets too much for you, you might even start comparing your relationship to others. Not saying a word, but this is just your own internal processes where you're comparing the relationship, because you know there's something wrong. You know that there's something not right in this connection. So you start to doubt you, and you start referring and looking at others. And this is where it's very difficult for you to identify and see healthy relationships. This is all leads into the trust issues of others. But ultimately, you then start to overthink. And again, there's the self-doubt that creeps in, and you have compromised empathy. Yes, my friends, it compromises your ability to be able to empathize. After experiencing long periods of manipulation and betrayal, you become guarded and less empathetic. It's almost like you become desensitized to life, to people, to everything around you. Almost like you don't even want to be in the world because of this abuse that has happened to you. All of these feelings are genuine. All of these things, yes, you will go through. But you're going to get through this, and you're going to recover from this, and you're going to move forward from this. Once you understand and have a real, I feel like when you have a label to be able to describe your feelings, your emotions and things that have happened, it makes it so much easier then to be able to put a term to it and be able to move forward. So my friends, I really hope that this video gives you insight. Please do give it a thumbs up if you do like it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I really would love it if you were a subscriber, because I can give you, I'll make more insightful videos to help you along your journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video or the live stream. Take care. Bye.